did it. They all did it. How we doing? How we doing, guys? Welcome back to the Shout Out podcast. Our guests today are crushing it at the moment. They're a really cool indie band. They're called City Lake. Guys, how are you doing? Thank you so much. We've got 4 of you on the podcast today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Do you want to just do a run and introduce yourselves to the guys? Because obviously...
Yeah, sure. All right, I'm Jake. I am the vocalist in City Lake.
Yes, I'm Nathan, the guitarist in City Lake.
I'm Robin, bass and BVs for City Lake.
And I am the drummer of City Lake. My name is Harvey.
So you're all in the same band. That's good.
Good start.
We've got so much to talk about today. You guys just released a new EP. We'll really want to touch on that. You guys have released the music for a few years, so we want to really dig into your past, really find out your journey, what it's been like, talk about all the gigs you've got coming up and everything. Dan, anything else you wanted to touch on? Or do you want to start going?
Everything, but I want to kind of start from the beginning. We normally wait quite late on in the episode and say, how did the band form? What's the band name about? Let's get right into it. How did you guys form? 'Cause you've been, like Dan said, you've been going for a couple of years. How did you form? What's City Lake about?
Shall I? Oh, go on, Jake. Go.
No, you go, mate.
All right, fine. Well, we all met at ACM. It was a case of genuinely, Jake is the first person I ever met at ACM. It was on the induction day. He was that, and I was like, you know what? He looks like a friendly chap. Let me go and have a chat with him, see what he's about. We got chatting. It wasn't long before I met Nathan. It was in a rehearsal that he came to. That was actually through another member that used to be in the band, no longer in the band. But yeah, and then Robin is a new addition to the band. How long have you been in the band?
Maybe it's 6 months.
6 months, half a year, something like that. But yeah, definitely a very, very good addition to the band. Definitely worth it.
Shout out, Robin.
Shout out Robin, exactly. But yeah, it was just at ACM that we all met, really. Obviously, apart from Robin, who's joined recently, but yeah, just at university.
Did you all was it that kind of intuitive thing where you met and you're like, I need to start a band with these guys because you're all musicians, you all know.
When they actually tested me to see if they wanted me to be in the band, so there's this place called Box Hill, right? And we was driving on the way back, and our guitarist James and Harvey were in the car, and they a Lewis Capaldi song was on, and I was just singing it, and they was like, okay, let's turn the volume down, and I just carried on singing it. And I was like, okay, right, yeah, this guy's going to be in the band.
Wow, that's so smart. I love that.
So they got me out. They absolutely fluked me out. Yeah.
And Lewis Capaldi ain't easy to sing, so if you smash that one, then...
I think I did a good job.
You've got a few covers of that on YouTube. People
don't go on there, Dad.
All right.
No. We don't go on.
Find it.
That'll be in the description. We'll link all of the.
We'll link it somewhere. So where does City Lake come from? Is that it's a great band name for a start, but is there meaning or?
There is. To be honest with you, there is no interesting story. I would like to say there's an interesting story, but genuinely, it's just 2 words that were put together.
we struggled for a while to think of a name, but we had a big list that our old bassist brought in, and then we just sifted. We just sort of reading them off, and which ones felt natural to say, and then that one just sort of stuck.
Do you remember what our first band name was?
Rain.
And the reason it was Rain is because every time I went to rehearsal, it was somehow raining. So it was like, oh, right, it's going to call it Rain then.
That's not bad, to be fair, but I think the best band name is just to tell you absolutely nothing about the band, and it's just something catchy to say, I think City Lake's a great one.
That's nice.
And your style's cool as well. We were saying this before you came on. You've got a really cool style. You can see it in your Instagram with the way you're dressing for gigs and the way that your posts are all kind of color coordinated. It fits the name as well. So it's a cool style.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
You're kind of building. You kind of get an idea of what the brand is very early on from looking at your socials and your Spotify and everything.
Well, we never used to wear suits. We for a while we were just let's wear some casual indie dress sort of style. But then I don't know how the suits came about. I don't know how it came about. We were
talking about wearing jumpsuits, weren't we, for a while and other stuff like that, and then. Yeah,
that's a cool look. I think we saw someone the other day who was wearing one of them at a gig. Yeah,
they're cool. Jumpsuits are well cool.
We just wanted a uniform, though, I guess, really, isn't it? That's all it was.
Yeah. So what were the early gigs like then when you first started? Whereabouts were you playing?
Our first gig was at the Holroyd Arms.
Cool.
In Guildford. And
Shout out.
That was supporting George Alfie, wasn't it, I think? That and the
Was
whole
he
world.
headlining? Was it George Alfie?
Barrera.
I think he was headlining. Or was it Barrera? It might have been Barrera.
Yeah.
Or Zap Euphoria.
Oh.
Oh no, it was Zap
Yeah,
Euphoria.
yeah.
It was Zap Euphoria.
Ooh.
I think we played the whole road about
Seven
seven times.
Yeah.
But that was really. I mean, for the first gig, we basically did all covers. We did Plug Baby, a really cool band called
Rival Sons.
Rival Sons, and who does Halfway Up was called
Brook and the Bluff.
Brook and the Bluff.
Broken the Bluff.
Incredible band.
Never heard
Lots of shout outs going on here. This is great.
A lot of shout outs. Yeah, you're ticking them off. Did you make a list? Some people make a list.
I don't know.
So how did the kind of creative process start flowing? You've done the covers, you've been playing gigs. Obviously, you're going to start writing songs eventually, but how did it come about?
Oh, that's a good question.
I feel like Nathan should answer the songwriting.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it started off. I wasn't really doing that much writing because I joined kind of midway through you guys already doing stuff. So I was feeling a bit like the new guy. I didn't want to step on anyone's toes. But then Harvey wrote the first few, and then at some point, I just showed off some ideas and
Went with it,
we just kind of went with it. Yeah, and then
I remember I bought a Girl Like You, and She Got Me was like two other from my old band. Like this is like I was like 15, and then I thought, let's bring it to a band that are actually good. And then and then we reworked it, and they haven't been released. No one's ever. I think like maybe 10 people have seen that being performed live, but Girl Like You and She Got Me. Yeah.
Oh, great song names, great song.
First one released was Backseat Driver, but that one is taken down from everywhere now. That was a really good fun song though. That was like our first proper song that released on Spotify, and people knew us for that song at the time.
Yeah.
What happened?
Why did you take it down?
The quality of the production was not ideal in comparison to our newer stuff. It just didn't sit right with everything else that was on there, I don't think.
Yeah, fair enough. Can I just ask, are you guys music students? Or
we were.
You were music students? Okay, I get you now, I was trying to piece it all together in my head, but it makes sense now.
What are the like sounds and influences that go into it then? So if you've all had a bit of exposure then to writing, what are you all listening to individually? We can go again around the room. Like what's your kind of sound and input to the band?
At the moment, what I listen to and what I like to put into the band is I think everyone's going to say this, but a band called Spacey Jane. They're an Australian band. We're actually going to go see them again in October. My favourite band of all time.
Yeah,
they're better than Queen.
You're wearing a t-shirt for it as well. Wow.
But no, they're Nothing But Thieves, the Backseat Lovers, the Terrys. A lot of indie pop, indie rock sort of bands.
Cool.
Yeah, similar for me. Spacey Jane, 100%. Nothing But Thieves. 1975. They're for me. But yeah, kind of those three on rotation. They're the main three, I'd say. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's for sure the same for me. I think from my kind of experience, I have a lot more pop culture in it. So I listen to a lot of kind of Benet, Billie Eilish kind of thing. But again, it's pretty much my whole day is Spacey Jane songs.
I need to check these guys out.
Yeah, they're really good. They have some great songs.
Incredible.
I mean, I'd say our early influences, though, before Spacey Jane, we used to definitely take inspiration from Stereophonics. I would anyway, definitely. There'd be Muse, hence the cover of Plug-in Baby, The Cure, Two Door Cinema Club. We used to do.
Two Door Cinema Club.
They were definitely an influence in early on. If you think about Girl Like You and Maybe Do What I Like, I would say they've got vibes of Two Door Cinema Club a little bit.
When it's dark out, it's like a classic open hi-hat offbeat beat, which if you listen to any Two Door Cinema Clubs,
they're all like that. But then, Spacey Jane took over for a long time. I'd say my current music influences are varied, to be honest. I listen to so much stuff because I drive around so much for work that I'm just trying to always listen to something different so I don't get bored of the same artist. But like Nothing But Thieves are a big one right now for me, I'd say.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So then you start writing songs, and your first EP was in 23, I think. I'm guessing Guest List,
Yeah, Guest List.
That must have been cool though. Your first EP, like what was that like? creating it, like getting all these ideas together.
The whole promotional side of that was really good. We did a day filming at. Are you guys from Guildford at all?
No.
Yeah, Northwest London.
Oh, okay, cool. So there's this place called Golden Sands. If anyone's from Guildford, you know what Golden Sands is. And there's this bridge going over a stream, and I'm pretty good at talking to people. I'm known as a receptionist in the band.
The receptionist.
And there was just like loads of girls just sitting having a picnic, and we needed to film like a promotional video. So we went up to them, I asked them, "Do you want to be in a music video?" And they said yes. And then we ended up filming. That was a When It's Dark Out music video to that on a bridge in Golden Sands.
That's so cool.
But yeah, the promotional side behind that was really good. And I mean, we had them songs in the locker for about a year and a half,
year and a half, really
long time.
Yeah, I mean, like actually paying and spending the time to record. What is it? It's five song EP, is it?
Four
songs. Well, even then, 4 songs. It's like a lot of work, and then you've got to release them all at once. What was the recording process like?
Go on, Nate. Do you want to talk about the recording, Nate?
Yeah, we can do. Typically, we'll start with drums. Once the song is kind of like we know what we're doing, we've got the structure and everything, we'll get the drums recorded, then move on to guitar, bass, and then the vocals.
So do you do it all yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You don't go to like a studio. You don't hire any like.
Well,
we were lucky because we had ATM's a music uni basically, so they had studios there. So we were able to record drums in their SSL studio.
Some of them were recorded at Metropolis, the drums. All I've got and stuff was recorded at Metropolis.
Okay.
I think I was going for a Neumann U87, and then I was going through some like analog like compressor gear. I think the whole rig that I was hooked up to was like 28 grand, 30 grand worth of gear going for my voice at one point, and it was just mental because I used like an old Rode mic, and it going through like stuff like this, it's just it's mental.
Overkill.
But apart now we got, I don't know if you can show half, but if you like pan your camera around, we got like we made some acoustic panels, we got a drum kit set up and stuff now.
Yeah, he was showing that off earlier before you guys got it. You guys seem like really like, I don't know, like focused, like organized and focused.
Try to be.
I'm glad that we look like that.
You're doing something right.
You see the state of our setup at practice. We're sharing this stuff.
Like tripping over 4 weeks. Dan's forgotten his snare again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to see, like, especially you're busy as well with like all the gigs you've been doing. So it's nice to see, like, you're dialed in, you're going for it.
It's really cool.
Well, me and Nathan for that EP, well, and still for our current stuff, do all the production for it as well. So we'd spend like maybe we set up a week once everything was recorded, where I'd go over to Nathan's accommodation. We'd sit in his room for maybe like 6-7 hours, just straight do production, and then just do the same the next day until it was all ready. But it's good fun. We enjoy doing the production for our own songs, because having to work with another producer, sending stuff back and forward, getting different, ideas on it from them. If we do it ourselves, we can just get it exactly.
Yeah, so we know exactly what we want, don't we?
Yeah. No. That's cool. That's really cool to hear. So moving on a little bit to your second EP, which came out this year. Like, what were the lessons that you took from that first EP to help you make the second one?
God, threads of memory. There's some interesting songs in that. What did we learn? To be honest with you, we probably did.
You love doing it.
We probably did. Yeah. That's probably one of the worst promotional campaigns we did for anything. We didn't really prepare.
I'd say we've learned more from this, like releasing the threads of memory of just what not to do. Than what we did from the guest list one, but it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's good to just know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, I guess.
Totally. So what did you learn? Like, what did you do wrong?
I would say it's a tricky question. There's a lot to think about for that. I think the way that we staggered the content coming out could have probably been different. We also just didn't really put much like relatability or explain too much about the songs. It was more just we were going for the visuals, I guess, and just making stuff look aesthetically pleasing or trying to be engaging, but I guess there wasn't really too much for the fans to actually connect with, which is why I think it might not have done as well as what we wanted it to. But it's stuff that we know now for the next stuff that we released.
In terms of how it sounds, though, I think we're happy.
Production definitely got better. Got better.
Sounds unbelievable.
Yeah, and well, it's interesting you talked about the aesthetics because that was the first thing. Because I mean, I said at the start, like, I've literally only just like kind of Dan showed me you guys a couple of weeks ago, and the first thing I thought was like the aesthetics are on point. Like it looks really good. The style, the artwork, everything, like it's very cohesive.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Like as some from like my experience as a musician, that's something that we've always struggled with is getting a good and cohesive aesthetics. But it's interesting that you say that wasn't necessarily enough to really like to get across what you wanted to get across.
I think definitely one of our unique selling points are having the suits, and we normally for our cover art we stick on the cartoon sort of side, so people are like, okay, right, Sea Lake, they wear suits, and then if they see something that's cartoony they can associate that with us.
Nice. No, it's cool, that's great.
And it translates to live performance as well, because this is actually criminal of us. We haven't been to one of your gigs yet, and we will genuinely get I think it's actually, we've had guests that have come on, we haven't been to one of the gigs. One's up in Newcastle, we can be forgiven for that, but we need to get down to the gigs because you're in London. But
we need to get down to see you.
You can see it in the videos, like you've got a good energy and a good cohesion on stage as well. So I think everything looks, from your Instagram and from your pages, it all looks very tight and looks together, which is good. That's why I showed Dan the music. Like I think we've obviously followed each other on the band accounts before, but I was like, actually really interested in these guys' music and their accounts. So it's good to see.
I think the stage presence is genuinely the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because you could be not that good at playing, like sound wise, but that distracts it. If you can put on a good show and you're looking like you're having a good time and you're being basically a crackhead, it just takes away from your music, and people no matter what.
I've seen some of them. Where they put on such a good show, and it's like I don't even know what he's trying to.
That's what makes it for me. I know that's what, but if there wasn't live shows, I don't know if I'd be doing this. That's definitely what makes it for me.
Where'd you get the energy from?
Pure adrenaline. That's all.
Vibes and adrenaline.
That's a good album then.
Because of experience and confidence, because we used to just stand on stage, but I like to give it to Nathan as well. Like on stage, I like to
give it to Nathan.
Come on. I like to get in his face.
Yeah, wicked.
Little dance.
Yeah.
Appreciate good.
Where are you gigging at the moment? Would you have like local spots you've been hitting regularly, or are you going all over?
We've done a lot of gigs in North London actually at the moment. We just did one at the Gunners in Home.
Oh, cool.
And we got one coming up June the 13th in Half Moon.
Shout out.
Oh, you playing the Half Moon?
And Half Moon, that'll be our third time playing it.
Oh, we love the Half Moon.
Incredible venue. The sound is always on point.
It's so good. And it's one of them venues that like genuinely people go to it.
Yeah. I think because the people that have been through there over the years, well, like
U2,
sold out thing there. There's some really big bands, but in terms of like home venue, you get to Guildford
Boiler Room.
In the Boiler Room,
Boiler Room. Cool. Yeah.
It will be out just before that gig at the Half Moon as well. So if you're anywhere around London, June 13th, that's a Friday as well. The Half Moon in Putney. Go see
these guys play. If you haven't heard them before, they are
It'll be a good gig.
It's gonna be a great one. That's a big shout out. That's a massive shout out. Maybe me and Dan will be there.
Yeah, we can be there. That's the one we were looking at. So Dan's
my secretary, so he tells me what.
I'm the receptionist for our band, so I have to do receptionist duties for our band.
We make a good team.
Good stuff.
I do the talking, and he tells me what to say.
What are the goals then?
Let's add some songs to the playlist.
I was going to say, well, hang on. I want to know, like, what's the goals? Like, a year, 2 years. We've asked a couple of bands this, and what we've said before is it's nice seeing people that have come on and they've like hit some of those goals in the last few months as well. So, tell us then, what's like a good end of the year for you, or a good start to 2026? What will you be doing?
I want to play MSG. That's Madison Square Garden now.
I'll get Trump on the phone after this.
I think we want to grow our socials. I mean, we had a video that did really well. I think we got like 1.9 million views on our video. We gained like 10,000 followers in like 72 hours. It's absolutely mental.
That's mental.
But we want to grow. I'm gonna say organic fans. Is that if that's the right way to say it? Fans that are here for our music. Fans that can engage with.
Want to come to the gigs.
They want to see us, be with us, know who we are, not just like swipe through something, you know, because like this day and age, everything's so post-COVID where you're literally just on your phone. We want to take people away from that. Obviously, it's great for promotion, but you go to a gig and you experience something, and when you really feel it, that's what the connection we want to have.
Totally, that's such a good point. Yeah,
I think that's a good point. A lot of bands are TikTok famous or have a lot of views on TikTok by having people that will turn up week in, or not even week in, week out, but each month to see you when you've got a London date. That's a good.
The followers just don't correlate. Like, there's some bands that have 300,000 followers, but they get 100 people to their gig. Like, it just doesn't correlate. Yeah,
it's that. That's not why we do it as musicians.
No.
Like, not to put words in your guys' mouth, but like we do it because we actually want to connect with people and actually show people our music.
Yeah,
and like just building up a social media following, it can help with that, but it's not actually doing that. You need to like actually engage with people to get them to come to your shows and stuff. And that's what you guys are doing now, and you're going to keep crushing it. And we're really excited to see what you guys get up to this rest of the year, man. It's really cool.
Fingers crossed it's a good year.
It's going to be a good year. It's in the wind, man. I can tell. It's good.
Let me get my playlist out. We get every.
How are we going to do this?
We're going to give you a song each, okay? Right, we're gonna put in one of your songs anyway, so you get to choose as a band one of your songs. We've got a playlist called the Shout Out Podcast playlist. So every episode, guests will put on one of their songs, and then they'll choose a song that they like from any other band. So we might get a few Spacey Jane songs coming on here, but one song from City Lake that you can put on the playlist that it would be like an introduction to your band. What would you put on?
Can we do it after 5 and see if we say the same song?
That's such a good idea.
And if you get it, I'll give you.
Wait, I need time to think.
That's brilliant. And if two of you say the same song, that's it. You don't get another go.
Okay, fine.
You have to all think a different.
I've got my song.
I've got mine as well.
Got the same fucking.
We ain't got that many songs, mate. Bloody hell, come on.
All right.
Ready? I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
At my door.
Robin didn't even say one. Robin didn't even talk.
It just,
We said at my door.
So I said let it
I was
out.
going to say.
Oh damn it! I'm the odd one out. Okay.
At my door.
At my door.
On there. That's from the new EP, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's good. We want some current stuff on there.
And then
Definitely
I just love Let It Out.
the most energetic one we have
For sure.
in that album.
At My Door is a good song.
Yeah, wicked.
you can each have a song to add to the playlist, one that you like. It could be a massive artist, it could be a tiny independent band you want to shout out. But I'm feeling generous, so you can all have a song each to add to our playlist.
Lady first.
You know what?
Oh, no, do it for me first. I need to think.
I've got one. I've got one.
Go.
I'm actually not going to do Space Jam. I'm going to do a shout out to a cool band that we really like. We did a cover of their song, Bayboards, and it's called Poison Ivy. Their song.
Poison Ivy.
By the Bayboards. Really, really cool band.
Nice, got it.
Have you gigged with these guys before? Have you?
No,
No,
we're it's in the process. We're trying to contact them.
Played with them.
I've been on stage with them and sang their own song with them, but
Really?
as far as the band, not yet.
It's
That's
coming.
so cool.
Coming.
Damn, well, shout out to Bayboards.
Yeah.
Bayboards. That's a nice one. Wicked.
Who's
All
next?
right, go on then.
Who's next?
All right. For me, it would be So Cold by Balu Brigada. They're big bands that I've recently discovered. Harmony showed me them, actually. They're really, really cool.
I was going to suggest Moon Man, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm picking a different band.
What was that band name?
Balu Brigada, yeah.
I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it.
Brigada.
but-
That is a strong band.
Right.
I'm looking it up now.
Brigada, yeah.
Brigada at the end.
Balu Brigada. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's incredible.
They're huge.
Okay, I'll check them out definitely.
Yeah, they make some.
Where are these guys from? Are they a British band? Oh, they're New Zealand.
I have no idea, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, just like a few of their songs.
Well, we'll have them on next week. We'll talk.
Yeah. Booked in already.
All right,
Right, Ramon, what you got?
Room one.
The thing is, I can do one that I've really vibed with recently, but it's a bit funny. Or I can do a more
Go for
You
the
pick
funny
whatever
one.
you want.
We want the funny one.
We want the funny one.
great song, honestly. It's called Lord Farquaad by Shrekker's Dog. I promise you, it's the most amazing music ever. It's not a meme. It's not a joke. Like, if you listen to it, mind blowing. Like the theory in it is
I was
amazing.
not expecting you to say that.
Shrek is Love. Oh God,
Do you guys know what this song is? Have you heard it before?
I don't think.
I've shown you, I think.
Yeah, I feel like you have shown us
Like this
it.
is my swamp, Fiona, like all that kind
No,
of
we
stuff.
actually did in the
Really?
Yeah, she has. Yeah.
Okay, we'll
I
have to listen to
appreciate
that
some
again.
Shrek, even if it is similar to the Shrek is Love, Shrek is Live video. I appreciate it.
I know.
It's not at all like that. It just happens to have the name. There was a uni project that they did, and it's great.
Surprisingly, it's our first Shrek entry to the playlist. So congratulations.
Is that the first one?
It is. There might be another one, but there's not.
Okay.
Right.
It's great though.
I'm going to suggest "Just Like Heaven" by The Cure.
Oh,
Just like
Oh.
a good tune.
Dude, hey, a song I know!
It's an absolute
Just
tune.
like
One
rare.
of my
You'd say,
favourite songs of all time.
I'm surprised you didn't say Phineas and Ferb.
oh.
Good shot. That's a good tune.
Yeah.
Who does the? What band is it that does the Phineas and Ferb theme tune?
Well, Harvey did. If any of you want to go on SoundCloud, there's something called Dinius and Burb, and it's what is it? What is
Phineas and Ferb, but D&B.
D&B?
Phineas and Ferb.
You're gonna have to get an alter ego on the podcast, and you can promote that.
I literally had like a spare half an hour on one day that I was at uni, and I just decided to go back to my accommodation, just take a load of samples and different things and just mix together some random drum and bass track that's based around Phineas and Ferb, literally purely for a laugh. But it's on SoundCloud if anybody wants to listen to it.
What is your name on SoundCloud?
I don't even know. It'll probably just be my name, to be honest. I bet it'll just be Harvey Clark. I don't think.
I'll come up with a cool drum and bass.
Find it.
alter
And I'm
ego.
gonna link
Yeah, I should do really.
Phineas and Ferb.
But yeah,
What
Phineas and Ferb.
great additions we've got. That has now taken us over 40 songs on the playlist. So
Hey. Guys, this has been so much fun. You're all so cool. It's the first time we've had this many people on the pod, and it's actually worked out so well.
Yeah,
I can tell you all get on really well. And like, man, I really want to see you guys now. I really want to see you guys.
Half moon.
yeah,
What's the date?
June 13th.
13th, yeah.
Friday 13th, yeah.
Friday 13th, June at the Half Moon in Putney. You guys got to be there. Thank you so much, City Lake, for coming onto the show. It's been a great chat. Thank you, Dan, for co-hosting with me. And thank you for listening to this episode of the Shout Out Podcast with Danny B and Dan Wood and the amazing guys from City Lake. It's been a wicked one. Stay tuned. There's so many more ones coming. You got to subscribe, hit the bell, do all the fun stuff. Take it easy, guys, and cheers.
hey.
Cheers.